Welcome back. Okay. Sorry, I just got a weird notification from my computer, but okay, I'm just going to ignore it for now. So anyways, today I want to talk to you about divine masculine. I want to talk about masculine energy. What is masculine energy? Okay, let's talk about... We've talked about masculine and feminine energies before. So, while divine feminine energy is like life force energy, kundalini energy, prana, chi, that's your life force. So, the energy you exert. So, like emotions, because emotion is energy in motion. Socializing, relationships, nurturing yourself, nurturing your home, like things like that are feminine energies. Masculine energies are the conscious awareness that comes with it. Okay? I'm alive in this body. There's a lot of Shakti in it, but I also have an awareness, and I bring it down into my being to be able to direct the life force energy that lies within me. The conscious awareness that lies within me. If you're just looking at something, like you're just radiating pure consciousness into that thing, penetrating that thing with your consciousness, that's a masculine energy. Taking action, doing, masculine energy. Being, relaxing, receiving, feminine energy. Okay, so that's why it's really essential to balance the two together. You can live your life force. You can live in your body with almost no conscious awareness. You can be very dissociated. You can, it's like people who don't remember stuff a lot, like, they don't have a direction. They don't know where they're going. And they just do stuff for like maybe instant gratification or like a little ego boost or like another wounded masculine trait would be if you feel like you have no drive to do anything, like you don't really want to do anything, you feel very resistant to doing things, and you lean more into your feminine. Now if you're a masculine that's leaning more into your feminine, that can cause like, okay, so especially if you're in your wounded energies, you can like go into addictions, and then you can go into like being like very moody, right? Because you're not really living your purpose. You're just kind of, not your purpose. You're just like not wanting to do anything in general, which is going to cause resistance to your material existence. And then you're just going to do things for instant gratification, and that's not going to last. Addiction is you trying to put something in because you have a hole that needs to be filled there that you cannot seem to fill. So even like overeating, it's the same thing. You're just not, you don't have something that's filling you up. So you're using all these external things, money, work, people, women, or if you're a woman who's in her wounded masculine, you could be using men. I don't know. But there's a lot of different pieces to the bigger puzzle, right? So like there's masculine traits of like very focused, right? So focus is a trait. There's just different traits, different archetypes to say. So the unhealed masculine is insecure, avoidant. He lacks direction, and the thing about society is that since we look at masculinity the way that we do, which is overachieving, it's let's fight, I'm tough, it's like trying to show your strength to prove something to people. It's very distorted. It's very inverted. It's not divine masculine energy. It's very toxic. Our society idolizes toxic masculine energy. So, and because of that, females feel like they have to compete with the masculine so that they can thrive in this society as well. And now they're being pitted against each other. So now the feminine and the masculine are competing. And the masculine's too insecure to realize that they could both win. And the feminine is too busy trying to prove herself. So the society is all distorted. It's all messed up. Back to toxic masculine traits. Forceful, dominating, aggressive, confrontational. They have a problem letting go of control. They're very controlling. They need everything to go a certain way. They plan too much. They're planning all the time and not being present, which is a divine masculine quality. The divine masculine is present. The divine masculine is confident. The divine masculine knows how to direct his life force, and he doesn't, because his confidence comes from his ability to be whole and to understand a larger scope of things, because, you know, his consciousness is penetrated into parts of him that the toxic masculine has never been able to go to. So divine masculine is not insecure. Divine masculine knows what he wants, and he's not afraid to go after it and take it, because he knows he can get it, and he knows he is worthy of it, and he knows that he'll treat it right and be able to sustain it. And that's with a job, that's with a business, that's with an idea, all of it. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's a protector, and he protects. And when you heal your masculine energy, what happens is a golden aura gets placed over you by the divine. It's like a spiritual gift. And then it's like anyone that you're around is gifted with that golden presence. So when you come into divine union with your divine feminine, her energy and your energy create a third energy. And, you know, because Shiva, or divine masculine energy, ascends down. So Shakti, she's in the depths. The divine sacred feminine is in the depths, and she calls him in, and he calls her up, and they meet in the middle. And it's just a really beautiful union, and it's something to experience. I highly recommend the meditations. Like, it's amazing. But so toxic masculinity will be disassociated, avoidant, won't want to really deal with problems, or will be too confrontational and take every single thing very personally and try to attack back. Because what happens is your internal masculine is, all of us have it, even women, so that's the protector in you. If you're wounded, then you're thinking everyone's always out to get you, then you're constantly fighting. You're constantly in fight mode, constantly trying to protect yourself, because you've been hurt and you haven't healed from those wounds. So it creates it creates energetic debris in your threads of energy, your threads of masculine energy. And then you won't know, because you're so you won't even know when somebody's like there to help you, because you won't trust it, because your masculine's always on attack. I had a wounded masculine threads for a long time, and I really had to learn to work with different ones and develop them into a divine expression. A divine expression of each archetype. Now, like I've said before, the archetypes have 3 different expressions, which is dormant, you don't have it at all. Distorted or developing, which is I'm using this thread, but I'm not using it, I'm using it in toxic ways. And then there's the divine expression, which is for the highest good of the all of everything. Always in the highest good of the all of everything. Always heart-based, always aligned with your soul. Okay, so toxic masculine traits in society are the showing of strength, the stuffing down of emotions, like, no, I'm not going to deal with these emotions. Egoism, perfectionism, so either let's not do that because I'm going to fail, and now my ego's taking a hit, and now I'm just going to sit over here and just be mad. Or my ego, I'm getting ego from all that I do. Money. I'm doing this and I get money and I'm doing this and these people like me because of it, so I'm going to keep doing that. But it's not really what you want. It's all ego. It's all about control, and it's about being perceived in a certain way, and it's about judgment. Divine masculine can sit in a place of non-judgment and just, like I said, be present with every aspect of any archetype, whether it be female or male, and his energy is just so healing, and his energy is, it's just like all seeing, all knowing. You just know. You just know. Like, you're safe. He's a safe container. You're safe with him. And so, like, my masculine is very aware of, inside me, my internal masculine is very aware of people's expressions. So my masculine, since it is in a healed state, gets protective around certain people because of, it's like my masculine goes like into warrior when he knows that there is somebody around me that can hinder my progress, that is not treating me well, that is trying to take me down a peg or whatever it is that they do. Oh God, the sun. So okay, we're just gonna whatever. You guys can still hear me, whatever. Yep, just okay, whatever. Okay. So these, okay, so then you have to look at your relationship to masculines in your life. Father wounds, things that have happened, I don't know, from bosses, from other masculine energies in your life. They're going to taint your judgment on masculine energy because you're wounded. So you're not seeing clearly. You're clouded by your wounds, and they're probably from childhood. You should probably go into that because that can really mess up your relationship to the masculine energy. And I'm not just talking, and this time I'm not just talking about the energy within you. I'm talking about, you know, masculine energy in spirit. Spirit's masculine energy. Shiva, Jesus, Father Sky, Krishna, Buddha, Confucius, so many. So it's really good to look at your relationship to masculine energy. And the good thing is, like, the thing that I learned to do is, like, go ahead and throw out your judgments. Throw out all the judgments that you feel about masculines. A lot of girls are like, you know, all men are the same. They're all liars and cheaters and manipulators and narcissists and this and that. And that's how you find your wound. That's how you're finding your wounding. Like, okay, the things that you're judging the masculine for being, it's because in society we're taught to judge each other all the time. I personally think it's good that if people can see where they're judging, because it really has to be a reflection, okay, of something that's happened to you, something inside of you that you can heal. After you do the healing and those wounds are healing, the same things will not trigger you any longer. The blinds was the answer. Okay, it's gonna be fun. I hope it's not too distracting. Okay, so let's go into, let's see, what did I say? The golden aura. Okay, so let's go into the archetypes. Now, I'm not really planning to do tarot on this reading. I mean, I might do one pull like a mini reading at the end. And maybe I'm probably for sure going to do a angels and ancestors and a spirit ally, but I am going to have the cards out while I'm talking, because just in case spirit wants to chime in with something that I'm missing. Okay, so divine masculine energy takes charge. He knows what he wants. He goes after it. He is also very confident in his resourcefulness. I know I can make this work. I know I can build this. I know I can protect what I've created. All of these things. Confident in his ability to build it in the first place, to get what he wants. Confident in his ability to protect what he wants. Confident in his ability to make the right decisions, to continue to grow what it is that he's growing. So, the divine masculine threads, I guess we're going to call them threads. They are threads, but it's just because I had this pie analogy earlier, but I guess I'm just throwing it away. Okay. Let's start with the fact that divine masculine is the big energy, and we're going to be extracting little pieces of it and talking about those certain things, okay? So divine masculine, first, I guess let's talk about Shiva since we've already been talking about him. He's a safe place. He's not judgmental. So that is the divine masculine, the lover divine masculine. And so he's very good at protecting, especially because he's in union, and he knows how important his union is, and how important, it's not just about the union, but it's about the energy that is created within the union, and what it does, and the effect that it has on things around it. So he doesn't just protect that, he protects like anything around him that he gets to decide what he wants to protect. If he says, this is what I want to protect, then that energetic protection goes to that thing. That's how powerful he is. He protects while he's not even there. And he's not attached either. Shiva. He's just like very pure. Like I can't say that enough. He doesn't judge, and he's just like, I'm here and I am bearing witness to you. And this is your safe space to be in. He thinks in a higher perspective, and he does not let anything like really affect him like emotionally, because he's got such a higher awareness, and it's pure. It's very pure. And he can help others rise from this place. Now, in this, he's able to take his action-oriented nature into helping humanity. So it's not just about helping himself and what he wants to build. He takes it even higher than that. Okay? And so we have Shiva, the lover, the divine counterpart of Parvati, Shakti, sometimes Kali, Mother Kali, dark goddess Kali. Oh, okay, so then another thread of energy for the divine masculine is Hades. Sorry, not Hades. Well, it's the dark god. I always say Hades because, Hades is so cool. Hades is the lord of the underworld. So Hades he can love the unlovable. He can, and also like he initiated Persephone into becoming the queen of the underworld. And so he's like, Hades puts you through these tests and trials and tribulations, into this fire, into this shit, into the shadow world that you don't want, which initiates you into the king or queen that you're meant to be. Hades is Pluto, and that's destruction. It speaks about destroying societal limitations and And also like seeing that in another, and not just like seeing it, but loving it. But loving what society says is unlovable. Right? So he takes no shit, and he's able to penetrate. So that's one of the big ones about being in union too, because if he's got with a counterpart who has her dark goddess activated a lot, then she has the ability for a lot of destructive, it's the same thing. It's destroying limits, but it's destruction's sometimes messy, and sometimes the feminine can get lost in the dance of destruction, but the masculine has the ability to pull her out, to get her out of her emotions. He says, hey, whoa, I see what's happening, and like, you've done enough. You're good. You can come out now. But let's go back up. So Hades is dark god energy is a great one to work with, and dark is not bad. I mean, there is a distorted version of this energy, and it's your typical societal rebel that just does things that are probably illegal. And I'm not even saying all illegal things are bad. I'm just saying it's and the intention is to harm. Okay? The intention is to gain and harm, and that's not divine. If you have an intention to do something in order to harm somebody else, that's a distorted expression, and you're unhealed. Anyways, the dark god, the warrior, Mars is the warrior. So this is going back to the strength part of it. If you're constantly having to show your strength and be better than others, then you're operating from a unhealed warrior expression. Mars is a warrior of, the divine expression is a warrior of the heart, a warrior of truth, and a warrior of the highest good of the all of everything. What do you fight for? What do you fight for that's in the highest good of the all of everything? What causes do you give to? What do you spend doing that is beyond you and your ego? Your heart, what's in your heart, What are you fighting for that your heart wants? Okay, so that's 3. I'm going to 6. So the 4th one is the mystic, the high priest. So he's very in tune. So that means he's in touch with his feminine side. He's balanced his polarities because he listens to his intuition. And not just that, but he's very in touch with the higher realms. He's got high voltage, high energy, high frequency. He's able to see into the unseen realms. He's able to traverse all the realms, astral travel, heal with his aura. He's got the abilities. And the way that you get to that is by practicing. You practice your abilities. What are your spiritual gifts? Are you practicing them? High priest, and then there's the shaman, the medicine man. What holistic ways of healing have you utilized? And I'm not talking about just getting fucked up on like plant medicine for the fun of it. I'm talking about going into deep spiritual journeys through activating altered states of consciousness. And yes, you can do that through plant medicine, but you can also do it through embodiment practices, meditation. And are you utilizing it for your healing, or are you utilizing it for, I don't know, to say you did like mushrooms or something? Or are you going in because you want to heal your trauma? What's your intention when you're doing things? And that's just another thing, being very intentional. I'm intentional with the fact that I'm going to eat this herb because I know that this is what it's going to do for my body. Because he's the medicine man. Okay, so we have medicine man, the lover, Shiva, the mystic, the dark god, the father, the Father Sky, or you can think of Zeus, I guess. So this is his ability to direct, like the family, the child, okay, but in a way that's going to suit the needs of the child, not to like shit on what they want and just be like, no, this is what you're doing because I said that's what you're doing. Like, that's very distorted. I want to get the best results for you the best way that I know how. So for me, I'm just saying an expression that I have personally experienced. When I was a kid, I didn't like school. I didn't want to go to school. I ditched all the time. My dad said, instead of, forcing you to do something you don't want to do, let's try homeschooling, because you get to still get your education and you're doing it in a way that appeals to you, that suits you, and I thrived in it. Now that's a great way that he directed my life force energy into my highest good in a very unconditional way, instead of just forcing and exerting control over. So that's what two obviously expressions of father are. And I got these cards, so I'm going to read them. The Hermit in reverse warns of consequences of isolating yourself too much. You may spend decades in seclusion, and this would cause you to become immature and self-destructive. Too much seclusion can do you more harm than good. Give yourself a little time to learn from your mistakes and process big life events, and then most importantly, take steps forward into the future. No stolen time machine required. That's kind of funny. I don't know. That was a message for you from Spirit, because I don't get it. I don't know what it means. I'm not doing a reading, and I'm just reading what the cards say, because it's obviously a message for someone. When the Two of Wands is reversed, this shows you have been caught off guard or unprepared for a situation, such as your magical opponent turning himself into a germ and infecting you with the dragon pox. And that's what happens in The Sword in the Stone when Merlin is fighting against Madame Mim. They do this battle, and she sets all these rules, and then she's like, she starts like cheating and not playing by the rules that she set. But then Merlin, he actually, funny enough, still followed the rules, even though she wasn't following the rules, and he decided to turn into a little virus and go in her and get her really sick, and he ended up winning the battle anyways. That's what it's talking about. So you're unprepared for a situation like your opponent turning into a germ and infecting you with dragonpox. If you're feeling bewildered or blindsided by a sudden change, take a moment to center yourself. Assess the predicament, adapt as necessary, and keep your eyes on the prize. If you stay focused, you'll navigate through this and come out on top. So another trait for Divine Masculine is he's a very good communicator. And he's really good with, but it's not because he's trying to manipulate or persuade. He is intentional, and he speaks from the heart, and he speaks truth. And he knows where he's going, and he utilizes that. I gotta think about the archetypes real quick, and then I'll read this card. I did go through all of them. Okay, so I went through Father, Warrior, Dark God, the Lover, Shiva, Mystic, and the Dark God. Did I see Dark God, Lover, Mystic, Medicine Man, Warrior? I think I did. Okay, I think I did. So I guess I'll read this card, and then maybe I'll just do a little reading since we have a little time. So when you're in your Divine Masculine energy, your divine... Okay, so you'll bring out softness And like, when you're in your divine masculine energy, you'll notice female energies softening to you, allowing you to take the lead. Same thing if you're in your divine feminine, you'll see masculines stepping up for you, stepping up to hold the door for you, stepping up to protect you or make sure that your needs are met. When you're coming from that like soft, nurturing place, the masculines just automatically feel like that. That's what they should be doing, and then they do it because that's just the two energies dancing together. And so if you're in your divine masculine energy, you're gonna make girls feel like more soft and trusting, I guess, and safe space. They just want to lean on you. Like, you'll notice girls' bodies like wanting to relax more because in your presence they'll feel like they can let go more. And that's how you'll know. That'll be a tell sign that your masculine energy is starting to become healed. You can also you can work with the archetypal energies. You can say, okay, I'm going to be doing this day, so I'm going to embody this energy, and you're going to work with it, and you're going to learn about your patterns. If you have patterns of control, if you have patterns of avoidance, if you have patterns of whatever it is, know thyself, know what your pattern is. Find the root cause of it. If it's control, it's probably because somebody in your past tried to control you, or maybe many people did. So if they've controlled you, then you might have absorbed some patterns of control, or maybe you had to be perfect, you have perfectionism, so that's another control issue. You're attached to comfortability, that's another control issue. I control because I need this, and this to be this way so I can be comfortable. I need to be this is perfect so that everybody likes me. I need to be this, and this way. And also it's societal programming from how each system, our works, our schools, our parents have told us to be. It's time to let go of control and trust and say, this is not about me. Humble yourself. Arrogance, egoism is distorted masculine energy. I'm humbled to be here on this earth at this time when such large changes are taking place. We are going from one paradigm to another. We are leaving the dark age into the golden age, and we are here doing the groundwork right now. We're building the foundation. We're building the solid, stable energy system for years and generations to come. We are building these businesses that are going to help people come back into their natural state and remember who they are, so that this whole planet can go off like freaking lights. So this person did it, now all this ripple effect's happening. Now it's happening everywhere. Now the board is lighting up with people who are becoming enlightened, and this is changing the consciousness and the trajectory of our entire future on this planet. It's bigger than us and our little egos and our need for attention and validation. It's bigger than us and our need to be proven strong, and it's so important. Can you imagine if there was a leader leading from a divine masculine place? Can you imagine that? Just wanting the highest good with all of everything. And then, that starts rippling out everywhere. And peace and happiness become a state of planetary alignment, not just individual alignment, planetary alignment. It's so powerful to work with divine masculine. I've been working with them all day, and I feel very humbled and appreciative and in gratitude of the powerful divine masculine energies who have assisted me today in this reading, in my meditations, and in my life thus far. And you can also, the reason I know that my divine masculine energy is healed is because I've now have people showing up that are conscious and healed. And I'm like, okay, now if this is a reflection of what I've become. And the people that were a reflection of what I was, that wounded state, they're falling off, and I'm not feeling interested in them anymore. It's just what happens when you heal. Things fall off so other things can rise up. If you stay in a wounded state, you attract wounded things. It's like, what do you want to attract in your life? Right now we're going through this portal called the Great Attractor Portal. If you're in fear, doubt, hesitation, what you're going to get back is going to be amplified fear, doubt, and hesitation. if you're in confidence, if you're in purpose, if you're living from the heart and you're in joy and gratitude and abundance, and that's what you're going to get more of. Scarcity, lack mindset is another societal programming thing, but it's also a wounded masculine state. There is more than enough abundance, success, happiness, and authenticity to go around for everyone. And you don't have to feel like you need to compete with somebody else because you need to be better than them, because we all came here with our own medicine to offer to the world. We all came here with a unique light to shine, and we all get to win. But can you take a step to the side while somebody else shines too? Well, I hope this helped, and I'll see... Oh, wait, I was going to do a reading. Just kidding. Okay. Temperance just came out. That's the last card I was going to read. Patience. Oh, yeah. Patience is a divine masculine quality. The divine masculine is not worried about time. The divine masculine is patient, and he knows that everything's going to happen exactly when it's supposed to happen. And that's why he's in tune with his intuition to say, now's the time to go. Okay, I'll know when I'll know when it's time to do that thing. And then because time is not of the essence. There's plenty of it. There's no need to rush anywhere. You get to be present and enjoy your journey. And then when he has that intuitive hit, go for it, then he does it, and then he succeeds because he's confident in himself. He's confident in his ability to know when to go. Ursula's beloved moray eels, flotsam and jetsam, are perfectly synchronized and in balance with each other. The tarot card Temperance represents the same sort of flow, harmony, and equilibrium. When Temperance is drawn in a tarot reading, it's advised to stay fluid, calm, and adaptable. Going with the flow will make things smooth sailing, even in stormy seas. Navigate any challenges that arise with calm, level-headedness. Temperance reminds you how important it is to maintain inner peace and be careful not to let outside influences rock your boat. I get that. Do not let people, places, things, situations pull on your emotional strings. Yeah, no. Like, I get it. It's good to feel like validated and approved of. But do you think that my confidence comes from being validated and approved of? Please. I have spent way too much of my life being the opposite of validated and approved of, that I learned to love myself. I learned to have confidence in what I can create and who I've become and my integrity and my heart. That's where my confidence comes from. The fact that I'm a fucking delight and people enjoy me is just a little, like, icing on the cake. But it's not what I derive my confidence from. There's always going to be those people there's always going to be someone that doesn't like you or that wants to treat you nasty because they're so insecure. Don't let that affect you, because it has nothing to do with you. How people treat you is a reflection of them, not of you. And it's just insecure people and hurt people want to hurt people. They want you to feel insecure because they feel insecure, and maybe they'll feel better about themselves if you don't feel that good about yourself. You better not ever let anyone fucking steal your sparkle or make you feel less than, because you're the real deal, baby. And you're gonna fucking fly and soar, and they're not gonna matter eventually anyway because they're unwilling to do the work. You won't even remember them because you have a bigger mission and something huge to do on this in this world. This is a divine assignment, and little people's petty emotions cannot get the better of you. Okay? Don't throw in the towel because of opposition. The more that you just observe and witness what these people are doing and don't react to it, they'll go away. Trust. They'll get bored and they'll pick on somebody who is weaker that they can get a rise out of. It's just the way it works. Yeah, I'm just gonna do 3 cards. refusing to rest, being overburdened, withholding, withdrawing, being in lack, being insecure. You're manifesting more of that. That's what I said was going to happen. It's time to change your perspective. It's time to change your perspective and boss up and do your work and heal your wounds. That's what this is saying. I mean, I think it always says that, freaking honestly. Well, I mean, that's not true. Sometimes it's like, oh, you've been doing your work, good job, but this doesn't look like you've been doing your work. I'm telling you, if you're not doing your chakra work, archetypal embodiment is going to be less effective because your chakras are unclear. Archetypal embodiment activates different energies within you of those archetypes that I just spoke about, and to get them into their divine expression. But you can't do that from a place of dormant, inactive chakras. You have to activate your energetic centers and clear them out so that you can work with this energy and you can step into the life that you were meant to have. Ay, ay, ay. It's the same thing. Competition, jealousy, competitiveness. Maybe at home, maybe you're having an unhappy home life, or maybe you feel like there's just no running, you're just like, there's no running away from this for free. That if there's no running away from it, maybe deal with it and heal it. And get out of that competitive mindset. And the funny thing is, just tell the universe, I choose peace. I'm done with these negative thoughts. Can I pick again? This time I pick peace. Sit down, watch a TV show, get out of your head. Go out with a friend, go for a walk, get out of your head. And I'm telling you, every time I don't feel good, I do an aura cleanse, I do a chakra cleanse, and then I feel better and more aligned. And alignment is going to be the way, alignment is going to be the way out. If you ever feel like you want to get out, but right now it isn't. And if you need help, insecurity is a throat chakra wound. If you need help, I'm doing free discovery calls until the end of December. If you'd like to get a free call with me, and we can talk about what you're experiencing, and I can kind of tell you which chakra to work with, what would be best for that ailment, or whether it be emotional, physical, mental. This card says personal mistakes have been made, and wallowing in regret will not help you. Instead, learn from your mistakes, forgive yourself, understand you're wiser because of this experience. It's time to let it go. So you can't stay, like, okay, I get in little arguments with people all the time. And there's plenty of times where I just want to quit, or I want to run away from my problems, or I want to never speak to them again and cut them out of my life completely because I am, you know, like I said, I used to have that problem where I would just throw things away that I probably needed. Like, I would just get rid of all this shit, and like, I would just cut everything out of my life and start over, and I kept doing that even when I didn't need to. When you're coming into a securely attached place, you want to just deal with things internally. You don't need to deal with things outside of yourself. Forgive yourself. Apologize to the divine with your Ho'oponopono prayer. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. Divine, this is what I did wrong. This is what I see that I did wrong. Apologize. And now realize you got to start again. So if this situation occurs again, you can act differently. Right? It's not about not making mistakes. It's about cleaning up the mess of it. And that's an energetic mess. If you're in regret and doubt and you're sad about a mistake you made, you have to forgive yourself. The external is a reflection of the internal. If you don't forgive yourself, then that person or that situation probably doesn't forgive you either. And if you forgive yourself and realize, like, this is just a stepping stone on a learning path I'm on, and now I can act correctly next time, because now I realize that I was reactive, and I can pause and see, instead of being reactive, I can be coming from a higher perspective, a higher place, and know via my intuition what to do instead of my programmed reactions. Okay, one angels and ancestors, one spirit allies, and then I'm going to call it, and then I'll see you guys on the next one for divine feminine energy. It's going to be a while because I have a long work stint coming up. So, I mean, I'm not saying long, I'm saying like maybe. It's going to probably be over a week until my next one. Maybe. If I find like some juice, I have some juice after work one day, I might do it. We'll see. Spirit Fox. Trust your Trust your talents in changing times. Look at how clear these cards are because my camera. Stay alert. Change is in the air. The spirit fox features my favorite animal of all time, the red fox, an amazingly resilient creature able to survive in urban environments or the freezing temperatures of the Arctic. Foxes know what it's like to be hunted. For centuries, they have been sought for their precious fur when all they want is to survive. So, the spirit fox can help you overcome the energies of adversity and unfair treatment. Also, as urban foxes hide in cities and go about their business in the darker hours, the fox offers the medicine of blending in. The energies around you are changing at this time, and although it might not always be comfortable, you are equipped with all that you need to survive this shift. You are being presented with opportunities to reach spaces you've never encountered before, and this can make you feel on edge. But be open to the shifts occurring, because they really are the answers to your prayers. The experience of being hunted or threatened is now behind you, and you are being invited to come out from your den and reveal your glory and your talents. Call upon Spirit Fox Medicine to help you be seen for who you are and trust in your talents in order to be the best you that you can be in these changing times. I love that. The time to hermit is over. It's time to be you. And you're worthy exactly as you are. You're still in pattern and learning, and that's okay, and that doesn't make you less worthy. It doesn't mean you're not worthy. We all have it. Do you know that we've spent our entire lives being programmed? So it's not going to be an overnight thing for us to become unprogrammed, and we have to work at it, and we have to be okay with things playing out in their time. Meaning our healing, like, yeah, this pattern comes up again, and you're like, shoot, dude, I thought I was done with this. I thought this was over. But you found yourself becoming reactive again, and awareness is the first key, okay? I'm reactive again. Dang it. I thought I was getting better. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a process. It's very bumpy. It's not just a straight shoot. Especially because we're always timeline jumping. And this is going to get into very quantum conversation, but you don't know which timeline you're on at what time, and you know what version of you you're in right now, because it could be the unhealed version. You can be the unhealed version of you one second and the healed version of you the next second, because you're a new you in every moment, but you have to start consciously creating and choosing which version you want to be. I want to be the one that operates with integrity, that operates from love, that gives love as a gift. My basis intention is to spread love and joy, and to show people a way of freedom, to help them become free, to see that they are already free, but they have to realize it themselves. They're so powerful. You're the creator of your reality. Don't let them tell you what to do. This is your life. One last one for Spirit Ally. Who's it gonna be? Ooh, it's your guides want to connect with you. am attuned to my third eye and psychic abilities. Angelite is a pale blue stone that connects with the higher chakras to enhance your psychic abilities. It is also used to aid in communication and dream interpretation. The stone is calling for you to connect with your third eye. Your guides have been trying to reach you, and connecting with your pineal gland will help to get their messages to you. If you aren't quite sure where or how to hear these messages, think of any easy-to-understand messages that have been sent to you in the past. Bird feathers, repeating numbers, and butterflies crossing your path are all examples of ways that your guides may have reached out to you previously. Keep your eyes open, all of them, and create space for your guides to communicate with you. You will want to hear what they have to say. How do I typically receive signs from my guides? You can go into meditation and clear your mind. I know that it took me probably like a year to get my mind clear during meditation because it was always monkeying around, but I did it, and now I can get messages pretty quickly. And just set the intention. Guides, please send me messages, clear messages throughout my day. Guides, please let me get a tinkle or a chill when one of those messages are from me if I don't understand. A lot of things that I first got were, they couldn't really send me metaphors. And when I started hearing them, they were like, you're the most literal person, and we have to send such literal signs. And I was like, sorry. But, you also have to know thyself, know how your mind works. Are you literal? Do you see metaphors? Do you see signs in everything? Experience and open up to your relationship with the divine and your messages and your guides, because there's so many different ways to get them. You can even just get them from watching a movie or a TV show, and a line sounds louder than the rest of it. It's like, oh, that was for me. Sometimes I literally hear my name, like Kayla, and then da-da-da, like, oh, shit. That was for me, and then, like, all this whole, like, overwhelming feeling takes over my body. You'll know. Ask them to send you signs in your body. I personally am somebody that gets a lot of messages from my body. I don't know how you experience them, but I'm a Taurus moon, so I think that's why. Very embodied energy. You might get them in different ways. But I also have a very active body wisdom, which that is something else I had to learn how to activate. That is activated actually through your medicine thread, your medicine man or your medicine woman. Body wisdom. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go. I hope you guys have an amazing week. Wish me luck on my work stint. And see you soon. Next week or whenever.